Welcome to My Jam TV on radio, where music videos meet the heart of the artist with your host, Joanna Pearl.
Welcome to My Jam TV on radio. I'm your host, Joanna Pearl, and it's a beautiful Wednesday, July 6th evening here at Knacker Studios in Temecula, Wine Country, California. Not the official name, but as all the locals know, that is pretty official. So welcome, everyone. You know, one of the coolest things as a singer-songwriter that I get to do is stuff like this, which is connect and speak and uplift other amazing independent artists in this music industry. We are all busting our behinds, and there's a huge journey and story behind the creation of bringing new music to our listeners. And for that, I would like to thank EnterTalk Radio, which is the network behind My Jam TV on radio, which is the show you're listening to now. And they are your music industry insider. And when I say insider, I mean insider. They cover everything from sound equipment to following famous musicians on tour. And you can get all of that straight to your phone by downloading the app from iTunes and Google Play stores. Search two words. First word, Enter Talk. Second word, radio. I would also like to thank MyJamTV.com, created by David Zucker. It's a revolutionary 24-hour music video network devoted to independent music and is syndicated, get this, on Roku, Kodi, Swig TV, that plays on Amazon TV, TV Tibby, and Brit Rocks. Sorry about that. Brit Rocks. So this is an extension. My Jam TV on radio is an extension where I, Joanna Pearl, get to introduce you, amazing, talented artists, and take you behind that music video. So without any further delay, please welcome my first guest today. She's a country singer-songwriter and CMT artist, which is country music television, if you don't know, Miss Ashley Wineland. Welcome, Ashley.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So good to hear you. Where in the world are you today?
I am currently sitting in my office here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Very good. Arizona, it's got to be hot over there.
Oh, it's always hot, but, you know, it comes with the territory, so.
You know, I totally get it. I live in the desert, too. I get it. Air conditioning is your friend.
Yes.
So
yes,
thank you so much for being on the show today. I've heard so much great stuff about you. I've heard your music. Amazing. Now we get to share it all with everyone else. You know, we're going to take it back to the roots, and we're going to figure out your story here and where it came from. How did you get into music? How old were you? We want to know all the goods.
All right, so I guess I should start at the beginning, huh? Good place.
That's always a good place,
I got interested in music about probably 4 or 5 years ago when I was in school. I performed for the first time in front of, you know, a huge audience of people at the talent show. I think I was like 12 or so. Mm-hmm. And just something about being up there on stage and singing, it clicked with me as something that was like, oh, hey, man, wow, that was a crazy experience that I've never felt before, and it kind of led me into, you know, the work that I do today.
Yeah, that is so amazing. You know, I think middle school age, and I've said this before on other shows, is the time that you figure out, this is me. This is what I want to do. And I think that's so awesome because it's confirmed every single time I talk to somebody. So very cool. Home is the stage then for you. Yeah?
Yes, it really is. I love being out here in Arizona, and all the fans and stuff that I have out here have just been absolutely wonderful.
Very cool. I've heard you have a big following, so that takes a lot of hard work and dedication. So, okay, 12 years old, and then you get bit by the bug. Is that what we're calling it? We get bit by the bug, right? And
I think that'd be a really good way to describe it, yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of like festers. It just happens. But, so, okay, who were the music, the radio that was playing for you? What songs were you like, yeah, turn that up, that's my jam?
I mean, I'm a lover of all kinds of music, but when I was growing up and stuff, I actually grew up on a lot more traditional country. My grandpa always had, you know, Ernest Tubb and Patsy Cline going on. We used to go up to the lake all the time when I was little, and so on the boat we would crank up, you know, a lot of like 90s country and stuff. So I just always grew up around country music, and I always loved the storytelling aspect of it, and that's something important to me that I incorporate into my music. And I just think overall, you know, country has such a great community around it. So when I was deciding what I wanted to do with my music, I was like, well, of course, what other way to go?
Right, right. I feel you. I feel same country roots. My mom would be jamming like the Judds, and Winona's such a cool chick, like so cool, strong female influence, you know, kind of like a female Elvis or something. But all the old stuff, you know, Dolly Parton, you know, and it got me. The storytelling got me too. So I love that. I mean, there's so many, you know, as a journey for us artists, there's so much to talk about, and getting through it, you know, it's kind of a therapy too, right? So you just kind of, you know, those, I bet Boondocks, you know, when you're talking about the lake of Boondocks, I bet Boondocks resonated with you when it came out. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta love Little Big Town.
Yeah, so how do you think then, you know, your music today that you're creating compared to the 90s music is different, right? I mean, it's
Of course. I mean, I think with each coming generation and, you know, even down to the individual, obviously the style of music and stuff is going to be different. Like I said, it's always really important to me to have that storytelling aspect, because I believe that music should take you on some sort of journey, right? Whether it's how, you know, I write it and it's intended to be, or if you have a different experience, that's important to me as well. But then, you know, I also like to incorporate, you know, of course, more of the modern sound, but also some of the more traditional sounds as well, like steel guitar and banjo. And to me, that's just something that's really crucial when I'm writing my music.
Exactly. So, and I agree with you that, you know, the steel guitar, you hear that in a song, you're country, that's a country song, you know, or the violin, or, you know, that cool kind of sound, really. So then from the 90s music, who inspired you to come more? And I mean, it probably is more of a pop sound. I mean, which, you know, who did you gravitate towards when that came around?
If for some of the more modern music and stuff, of course, Carrie Underwood has always been like a major inspiration for me as someone who also likes to have those big powerhouse kind of vocals. That's something I've always really looked up to, as well as, you know, Miranda Lambert. If we're talking, you know, newer sounds and stuff, when she was starting, you know, she has that really strong storytelling kind of aspect while having that little bit of, you know, rougher rock edge. So that kind of drew me in a little bit and kind of shaped how I write today.
Yeah. So what's Carrie-wise, what's the song that you're like, heck yes, that song?
There's so many. I own like all of her albums. I'm in love. But I think the one that stands out to me the most is actually on her newest album. It's called Choctaw County Affair. I think it has such a cool mixture of that cool storytelling style with, you know, the harmonicas and stuff in it, but it also has that more modern kind of flair to it. It just draws from both ends that I love a lot.
Right. Yeah, I think that she brings in, you know, country music is a crazy male-dominated field, and we're all going to say it, and she's kind of done it. She's done it, so I think we all look to her as, hey, how do we break that ceiling? But, so it's obviously a great inspiration to have. So, 12 years old, 90s, moving forward, Carrie Underwood, what happened next that you got bit by the bug? How did you encourage and grow as an artist?
Well, I am so blessed to have such a good and strong family and friend support base. Around the time, I think I was about 13 or so, my dad actually, as a birthday present, got me time in the studio to record some of my favorite songs, just to have the experience of what it was like. And from there, you know, I took that music that I had recorded and actually gave it to a family friend of ours, and he was like, oh, hey, you know, I know this guy who works with a lot of young talent and stuff named Brian Cuban, who now, of course, is my writing partner and producer, but he took me under his wing and kind of taught me more about, not just the artistic side of the music industry, but also, more of the business stuff as well.
Right. And I think that is a common thing, is when you find somebody, a producer, when you find a great producer, the sky is the limit at that point, especially if they're good. They're good producers. They're in it for the music, the creation of the music. I feel you on that one. I think that's when my career kind of started taking off too, is you have to find that. And so what do you think? The first time that you're in that black box, okay, and you have to create this emotion, what the heck was going in your head?
Of course, like I said, I started off really young. So the first time I was in, like you said, that black box, I was like 13 or 14. And especially recording my own music for the first time, it was kind of like a whoa. You have to channel in all the emotions again that you had when you wrote it and try to make that come across. I don't think you realize how much, as people, we rely on body language to convey the emotions and stuff. So having to learn how to portray that in just vocals was definitely a learning experience that, was a lot to take on, but I'm really happy to have had the opportunity.
1 second. We got music playing. Hold that thought. We're going to come back and talk about that black box. One more time. Stay with us. My Jam TV on radio. This is your host, Joanna Pearl.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, Behind the Velvet Rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Welcome to My Jam TV on Radio, where music videos meet the heart of the artist with your host, Joanna Pearl.
Hey, we are back here at My Jam TV on Radio. This is your host, Joanna Pearl, and we are talking with Ashley Wineland. And I interrupted her because of our commercial break about talking about singing in that black box. So go ahead and continue on with that, how you create that emotion going into your music. Where do you go?
Well, before, of course, the commercial break, I was talking about how, learning the very first time I had gone in there, like I said, I was about 13, 14, learning to channel, emotion and stuff just through the voice. As people, we rely so much on body language to convey message. It's different when no one can see you, and you have to just portray that with your voice. So that was definitely a learning experience. My first song that I ever recorded, Red, White, and Blue, which is, it pays tribute to all of our servicemen and women. I actually had a documentary about, I think, Live Days, actually, now that I remember the name, escaped me for a second, playing in the studio while I was recording just to help, kind of elicit that emotion again, and seeing, what they go through on a daily basis helped, me learn how to channel that sort of emotion while I'm in the studio.
Well, that's powerful because that's exactly what music is a feeling. So you have to connect with those feelings, and that's amazing that you, as an artist, recognize that and bring that forward, especially for our vets. I'm a big supporter of our vets, so kudos to you. Moving all the way past all of that stuff, we're going to jump into No Prince Charming. So I want to know about that. How old were you when you sang that song? Recorded it, I should say?
No Prince Charming, I believe, was written about sometime a year or two ago. So I would have been about 16, 17 when I wrote that song. I actually co-wrote it with a good friend of mine, Donnie Grubb, as well as Brian Cuban. And Donnie kind of came to us with the premise of the song. And then, of course, from there, my girl side took over, and I was like, I got this. It's basically, about a girl who's kind of played the dating game before, and she knows which ones to look out for, the ones who seem so perfect and like they fit this persona that I think in every girl's head we imagine, but we know better. And kind of how she goes, I'm not falling for no Prince Charming, I don't need you.
We don't need your white horses. So, all right. So, you know what? I'm going to have Paul in the studio give it a spin. This is No Prince Charming, Ashley Wineland.
I ain't here to satisfy some lame ambition you might have. Sweet talk me tonight, so just move on. Don't walk this way. You're the only one that's listening to what you have to say. 'Cause I know I know your game. You think you're smooth, but you're all the same. I ain't looking for another, same as any other. You ain't fooling anyone with that talk. I think I'd rather watch you take that swagger back to the fantasy you're living in. 'Cause this girl ain't for
Cool stuff there, Ashley.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I have a question. Is that song from an album or was it a single?
It was a single.
Okay. And was it the first single you put out, or?
It wasn't. It's the first single that I put out that wasn't a part of an album. I released my first album, Family Business, a few years ago, and I'm currently working on a new project now that should be out within the next few months.
Gotcha. So this was the first song that you did apart, completely independent.
I mean, I've released all my songs, of course, completely independent, but yeah, this one was the first one that came as like just a single.
Gotcha. So I'm always curious because we have artists that are listening, you know, we're all in this together kind of thing, this journey in this music industry as an independent musician, artist, different, you know, facets. How does one like you fund something like that, like a single? Was there any Kickstarter or kind of thing, or was it just completely self-funded?
I was completely self-funded, though.
Gotcha.
I mean, I've had a lot of help from, you know, good family and friends and stuff who, you know, of course, help as far as pushing out the music and encouraging their friends and stuff to go buy merchandise, which, of course, helps fund new music and stuff.
Exactly. So it always comes down to strong family, strong community, strong friends. And that's usually how, kind of like an earthquake, epicenter, and it goes outward, right? So that's a huge tip, I guess, for musicians. Not only utilizing YouTube and our social medias, but actually actively being out in your community and giving back. And that's something I always like to promote as well, because that's how you get your stuff heard too. So moving forward with Ashley's career, so we kind of went a little sidestep backward with that song, but so Family Business you're talking about, which we'll play in segment 4 actually. But tell me about, you're 16 years old, I think, at this point, correct?
Yes, it's about that time. Yes, so Family Business was written actually about some family history of mine. On my dad's side of the family, during the Prohibition era, they were actually shiners down in Missouri.
I like them already.
Yeah. And, you know, they lived around Branson, little small town, but, yeah, they would run shine between Missouri and Arkansas. And, you know, just hearing those types of stories from the family, I was like, wow, that is so cool. I mean, it was illegal, but that was so cool. And, of course, you know, it inspired me to write Family Business.
Oh, my good. Okay, and you know there's a game called Family Business as well, and it's about mobsters. So, just saying.
I did not know that, but that is good to know.
Yeah, definitely. It's a fun card game. Play with all the kids. But, you know, it's funny. My family, on my mom's dad's side, is from Missouri, so we might be cousins. I'm just saying. I don't know. I mean, we have the same taste in music and, you know, stuff. So, I mean, I'm just saying. It's a little town called
world.
Hazelwood.
Anything is possible these days.
Yeah, so if they know a town called Hazelwood, that's where they all are, pretty much, I guess. So I haven't been there. I want to be there. But yeah, moonshine, cool. So running from the cops, right?
Oh yeah,
I
got a whole little section in the bridge dedicated to that.
That's awesome. I have a song called "Bag It Up," and it's like the red and blue coming after you, and it kind of that's funny. That's pretty funny. So
that's awesome.
Anyway, back to you. So, okay, challenges in this industry. We all face them, especially as a woman in this industry. What are some of those challenges that you faced? And let's just have it out on the table here, you know?
I mean, I think every independent artist, or even just artists in general, kind of goes through the same, you know, few challenges, like, you know, how do I get more people to see and hear my music? And, of course, you know, publicity and stuff isn't the easiest thing as an independent, as well as, you know, like trying to get shows and whatnot. But I think learning from, even the littlest mistakes that we make on a daily basis of just being people, we can take those and help, learn from them and push on.
Hold that thought. We have some music rolling. We'll be right back, I think. I think so, right? My GMTV on radio. This is your host, Joanna Pearl. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
Welcome to My Jam TV on radio, where music videos meet the heart of the artist with your host, Joanna Pearl.
All right, you guys, we're back. My Jam TV on radio with our guest, Ashley Wineland, and I'm your host, Joanna Pearl. And I keep interrupting her because we don't get enough time to talk because, Ashley, you're such a freaking cool girl. All right. Where were we? We were talking about family business. That's why. You know, our families, very crazy people they are. Doing moonshining in the middle of the night, running with the red, white, and blue. Just the red and blue, really. So, anyway, so tell me more about what is going on in your world. I know you're talking about new projects. You've obviously had success with, CMT artists. That's a huge, huge accomplishment to have that even attached to your name. What's going on in your world right now as you've put out this music, you've had some stuff go on, you're learning. How old are you?
I'm currently 18 years old. I just turned 18 back in March. Yeah, so, there's still a lot of time for growth and, new experiences and stuff. But some of the things that I've been working on over here is I actually have a new single that I'm working on releasing here within the next month. It's called She's Gone. It's really about just a woman who is in a relationship, not necessarily a toxic one, but, it just came to the point where she knew it wasn't what she needed anymore. And so she leaves and goes on this kind of journey to find herself and start anew.
Love it. I think that resonates with so many women and so many people just in so many different stages of their life, is finding out who you are. You're always changing. You're always evolving. So it's always going to be relevant. So She's Gone. So where did that get inspired from? Was that something personal, or was it something you saw happen?
The original version of the song was actually written by a good friend of mine named Mickey Daniel. She's a country western, swing singer in Texas, but I heard her version, of course, which has a really totally different style than what I ended up rearranging the song being, but, the story that was there. I always write my own music, but that was one song I was like, holy cow. I asked her, I said, can I please do this one? And, of course, she was so generous as to say yes. And, like you said, it was a message that just spoke to me, and I think will speak to a lot of people.
Right, yeah. I mean, and so is that out yet, or is that going to be coming out as a TBA kind of a date on that, or?
Yeah, it's soon to be out. I told my fan club that they would be the first ones to get the release date. So right now they're waiting in anticipation. Sorry, I can't talk.
There we go. No, it's so. So now that we're talking about that, how does one become a fan of Ashley Wineland? Let's throw out all the socials and how to be in that fan club.
Of course, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, under the handle Ashley E. Wineland, because apparently there's another Ashley Wineland out there in the world. But as part of the fan club and stuff, through my website, ashleywineland.com, in the sidebar, there's a tab that says fan club, and all you have to do is go in there and type your name and your email address, and you become a part of the family, basically.
Boom. There it is. Type my name in right now. Ashley, ASHLEY, Wineland, WINELAND.com, correct?
Yes.
All right, and it's on the sidebar there. Fan club me up. Also, I mean, you're on Twitter and Facebook, Ashley Wineland, and Instagram is at Ashley, ASHLEY, Wineland. And then, where else are you? Do you do Snapchat? Please tell me you do Snapchat.
I do Snapchat.
Yes, okay,
that's under that's under the name Ashley E in the PRO, like Productions.
Nice. PRO. So I'm going to find some fun, silly things. You know those filters? They make you do weird things. They do. And
they do make you do weird things.
But, it's fun, and that's what it's all about, is just to have fun and make people smile, right? So Ashley E. Pro on Snapchat. I will be adding you later. And I am Joanna Pearl on Snapchat. So if you see me on there, add me.
Easy.
Perfect. So I want to talk to you about, have you been in Nashville?
I've been to Nashville once, and that was actually about 2 years ago. I can't wait to go back.
Okay, I was going to say, what month did you go?
If I remember correctly, it was over the summer, so I think I went in either late June or July.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Did you bring your bug spray? Because that's when I went for NAMM last year. And that's the first thing that happened was I got bit by the bug. And I'm not talking about the music bug. I'm talking about bugs. So off was my perfume. So I'm sure you understand that. Maybe it's just because I'm part Sri Lankan that they're like, hey, new blood. I don't know. But what did you think about, everything Did you go down Music Row?
Oh, of course. There's so much to take in, and there's so much history just in the city of Nashville itself, let alone the state of Tennessee.
Right.
So, you know, got to go to the Country Music Hall of Fame, and, of course, Music Row, where I, you know, caught up with some of my good friends and stuff. It was just an experience like no other.
And it's like, you feel like on Music Row, you're like, really? This is it? Like, okay, you want to go next door and ask for a cup of sugar kind of thing. Like, you know, all the signs are on the front lawn. Like, this is so-and-so, and Garth Brooks is right there. It's like, what the heck is happening? I love that feeling. I love that everything is close together. It is beautiful. And, of course, Broadway. You went to Broadway, right?
Yes, I did.
And the music is just off the hook. Have you played in Nashville?
I did play at Crossroads when I was there with my friend Corey Farley, who was playing at the time.
Gotcha. And how did that feel, playing in Nashville?
It was so cool because, I mean, of course, that's off Music Row, so you have all these people coming by, and so, you know, everyone's just, like, in and out, but it's so cool to see so many faces and just how many people love country music and getting to share that love with them.
And it's more, I mean, I think Taylor Swift, she went from doing country, and then made that transition to pop, and we're all like, what? And she's, you know, I mean, of course, those pop people that are like, you know, who doesn't know who Taylor Swift is, right? But they listen to their stuff, and, oh, I really like that. And then they go back and they listen to that country music, and now it's kind of drawing in even more country music lovers. But I agree. How can you go wrong with, I mean, you can get away with singing about your dog on the porch in summertime with fireflies. I mean, that's the kind of good wholesomeness, I guess you want to say. But then there's this fusion of this kind of upbeat, hip-hop-ish. I mean, when I was in Nashville, it was just either you're listening to pure country or you're listening to, which is, you know, not pure, but pop country, or you're listening to Drake. Like, it's completely, but the two are coming together, you know, and they're creating awesome stuff. So do you think you'll ever put some kind of hip-hop-ish, I don't want to say hip-hop, but you know what I mean. You know that sound, like, you know, Dierks Bentley-ish and what's the guy with the glasses, you know. Do you think you'll ever bring that in? Are you a dancer at heart? Is that who Ashley is?
I mean, there's an enjoyment for that stuff. There's definitely songs that I like, and I think if I would have ever brought in any of those sounds, it would have to be for the right song. Typically, though, like you said, I stick more towards the more, you know, what we would think is kind of 90s country kind of sound. But, of course, like you said, I like incorporating some of the more modern, you know, things that you hear more now in country music, too. It just depends on the song and the feeling and what I want to convey and if that helps convey that message.
Of course, yeah. It all goes back to feeling with music. And so, quick question then. We have some questions here. We usually do it in the beginning, but I'm going to do it right now because we have about a minute left. Give me a number between 1 and 75.
26.
Oh, you were really quick on that one. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, what is your favorite dessert?
Ooh, I'm a big fan of creme brulee or brownies.
Oh. Okay, creme brulee has my heart. My heart is creme brulee. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I got to get the right crispiness on the top, you know, crispy with the creamy. Yeah. So we're going to throw out your socials one more time. Twitter and Facebook is Ashley Wineland, ASHLEY Wineland, WINELAND, which you need to come to Temecula and play because people will eat up that name, just to let you know. Instagram is at Ashley E. Wineland, and you're on Snapchat as Ashley E. Pro. And yes. we are so glad to have you. We're ending the second segment. I have a red light blinking in my face, and I don't want to leave, but we're going to do this. So you guys are listening to My Jam TV on radio. I'm your host, Joanna Pearl, and we're talking with Ashley Wineland. Stick around for segment 3. You're not going to want to miss it.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Welcome to My Jam TV on radio, where music videos meet the heart of the artist with your host, Joanna Pearl.
It's been the family business since God knows when, from generation to generation, from kin to kin. It's a time of year to do it again.
Very good. And you know what? I said segment 2 before, but we are in segment 4 only because I want this conversation to last forever, because that's an amazing song. I could totally see Carrie singing that. I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. And, okay, you said ass in your song. And you know what's cool about that? Is that we're allowed to say ass on this station because we can do what we want. And the funny thing is, I have a song that says ass in it. That just got pointed out to me. But I rhymed it with Johnny Cash. I said, because we were like, how did she just make that rhyme? But I said, in my song, Fireproof, I say he likes to blast Johnny Cash as he's hauling ass to the liquor store. So kudos for using that. I'm serious. So I really do think we're related somewhere in there, Missouri-ness.
Like I said,
awesome
anything's
song.
possible.
You know what I mean? Awesome song. Awesome. And, we were just talking about the biggest mistakes and the biggest things that have, like, paid off, as an independent artist, is your, because that's all a gamble, right? I mean, you have your family, you have your friends, but ultimately you make those decisions. What do you think the biggest mistake is that you've made as an independent artist?
As an independent artist and just a person in general, I'm going to say I make mistakes and, have my little blunders every day. But, I also have my little successes as well. I think, when you're trying to do anything and be successful in anything, you have to just learn from your mistakes. And I think the worst thing you could do is after you make one to just sit and dwell on the could've, should've, would've. I think that holds you back more than just being like, well, I messed up and it didn't go well, but here's something. Try to find something positive that happened and then go, this is what I learned. I will never do that again, and move on from that point.
Yeah, exactly. And biggest achievement on your own as an independent artist, what would you say that is?
I think the biggest achievements and things that, any independent artist can do is, just continuously put in the hard work and learn new things every day. Just like anything else in life, whether it's sports or, some other field in business, you get what you put in. And so for musicians, you might have to wait a while longer than what you might
years,
like.
But it's okay.
To see those results happen. They will come. Right. You just have to chip away and, put on both the business hat and the artistic hat as you go through this whole crazy industry.
And it is definitely a left brain, right brain kind of thing. And a lot of people in this industry will tell you, don't mix business and music. But as an independent artist, and I know for sure, Jackie Bertoni, you're shaking your head right now. But I'm telling you right now, as an independent artist coming up in this business, it's inevitable, and you can't run from it because it's not a hobby. It's your job. And I think a lot of independent musicians don't even want to look at that. And I think it's important to be honest with yourself, because if you want to continue to do this for the rest of your life, you have to do things. And the state of the music industry is in flux, basically. The record labels don't know what's going on. They kind of do. But, I think your merchandising, we have a quick question about that, which is you have some clothing line, correct?
Yes, I do.
And so how, what is it called?
It's actually just, my logo kind of merchandise that you can find on my website. But, as far as merchandise, and, I know everyone's kind of scared to do shirts and stuff like that when they're selling merchandise. It's honestly, that too has been a learning experience. You kind of learn, when you're at shows or your fan base, what they like to wear, what sizes and stuff they like to buy. Just like anything else, just like any other business, you have to kind of do trial and error. You have to learn, and you have to study, the people who you engage with on a daily basis.
Exactly. And the music is just part of it. That is the root of it, but all the merchandising and everything is just part of it. So support your independent artists. Go to Ashley's website, is ashleywineland.com. You can become a fan and get her new song, She's Gone. And you can also buy her merchandise and keep this train going. Not the moonshine train, the music train. So, Ashley, you've been a delight to have here today on My Jam TV on radio, powered by Intertalk Radio, your entertainment insider. You've been awesome. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to say before we wind down? See what you've done to me? I'm now saying wine all the time. Wind down this segment.
Just if you want to continue seeing what I'm up to, being a part of this crazy family that I have growing on social media, you can come check out the live broadcasts that I do every Friday, 5:30 Arizona time.
Awesome. I'm going to be on there. Is that on Facebook?
Yes, it is.
Facebook Live. Gotta love it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will see you next Wednesday. Be happy out there.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to record on a Grammy award-winning album? Have you ever wondered what it's like to play in front of a stadium crowd? Have you ever wondered what it's like to be on a world tour? I'm Jackie Bertoni, and I've played with the who's who in the music industry, and I've toured the world. Come join my world, behind the velvet rope, and get into the groove on Jackie's Groove. Live 2 p.m. Mondays and available 24/7 on jackiesgroove.com.
Hey, it's Catherine from Listen Local Radio. Moe's Guitars has proudly served the San Diego music community since 1975. Specializing in guitars, basses, mandolins, banjos, and ukuleles, they buy, sell, trade, and consign. If you're looking for lessons, repairs, accessories, and cool gear, you found the right place. Located in downtown La Mesa Village, stop by and check out their digs or visit moesguitars.com or their Facebook page. mozeguitars.com, 619-698-1185.
Hi, I'm Tim Dolbear, the host of Sound Experience on Intertalk Radio. Each week, I talk with top professional audio engineers, producers, musicians, and the manufacturers that make the tools that we use in the studio each and every day. From capturing the perfect take to mastering your final release, and the tools and how the pros use them, we are going to dive deep into their process and learn from their experience. I look forward to you joining us each week on Sound Experience with me, your host, Tim Dolbear.
I have some good news for a change. With the stressful times upon us, having a regular glass of wine has proved in many studies to reduce stress. Want some more stress-relieving tips? VinVillage.com is an exciting new social organization connecting wine lovers around the country with an exclusive local and online wine lifestyle experience. Vin Village members can meet others online and in person, attend wine dinners and tastings, participate in forums, blogs, and wikis, purchase limited and exclusive wines, even create your own wine. You heard me. Create your own wine. And best yet, membership is free. So reduce some of the stress and have some fun. Join now and connect with thousands of other like-minded wine lovers. To learn more, go to vinvillage.com. That's www.vinvillage.com. Vin Village is where wine lovers connect.